The time is now 6:52 on this Tuesday morning, and here's what you need to know before you go.
A Duluth City Council meeting turned tense Monday night when former city staffer Chad Ronchetti publicly called out City Councilor Wendy Derwachter over a social media post. So Ronchetti, who previously served as Duluth's Director of Planning and Economic Development and now holds the same role with the city of Hermantown, spoke during public comment Monday to address Derwachter's recent Facebook posts and online post that has since been taken down. Derwachter said, quote, "He screwed over Duluth with the incline fraud. Now he's screwing over Hermantown. What's next? Come on, Hermantown Council. It's time to make things right," end quote. The post criticizes his involvement in Hermantown's controversial data center project. Now Ronchetti is calling for the councilor to be censored. For the full story, you can head to northernnewsnow.com.
A big topic at Duluth City Council meeting Monday was also the future of Lester Park Golf Course. The land is now one step closer to redevelopment. In a unanimous vote, the Duluth City Council voted to approve the Lester Park land use study, which includes the transfer of land to the Duluth Economic Development Authority, also known as DEDA. This vote comes after the Planning Commission recommended the move to initiate redevelopment. As for what's next, the decision now goes back to the Planning Commission today for approval. From there, the council votes specifically on the land transfer in November. If approved, potential development and rezoning of the land would start in 2026.
As government shutdown continues, if SNAP benefits do end up expiring on November 1st, the Northland's largest nonprofit food bank is bracing for more people coming through their doors. Second Harvest Northland supports about 70 food shelves across northeast Minnesota and northwest Wisconsin. We caught up with Second Harvest CEO Shane Morris, who describes the current situation surrounding a loss of food benefits, a crisis. About 40 million Americans are in jeopardy of losing the crucial resource of food benefits through the SNAP program should the government remain shut down.
Duluth City leaders celebrated new affordable housing. The Housing and Redevelopment Authority hosted a ribbon cutting Monday. The celebration recognized the sixth phase of development in Duluth's Harbor Highlands neighborhood. Several groups partnered with the city to make the project possible and affordable. Phase 6 includes units with 1 to 4 bedrooms, all affordable to households making 50% area median income. Some units are reserved for households receiving supportive services for homelessness and households with disabilities. The new units in this phase started leasing this past July and is already almost fully leased.